Hollywood used to be all about muscle and might, but now there's a new kind of leading man. He's not armed with biceps, but with cheekbones. So yeah, let's get into it. This is the Chalamet effect.
All right, so the whole idea we're digging into today really boils down to this one kind of provocative question. Is Timothée Chalamet a true, once-in-a-generation actor, or is he just Hollywood's favorite skinny boy fantasy?
I mean, this quote really just says it all, doesn't it? The argument is basically that these days, having cheekbones sharper than a samurai sword, well, that might be all it takes to completely own the box office. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to look at how Chalamet is this totally new kind of leading man. The source we're looking at calls him Hollywood's fragile prince. And the difference is, wow, it's pretty stark. Think about it. The old guard in Hollywood, that was all about biceps, dramatic grunts. But the new prince, aka Chalamet, swaps all that for poetic sighs and that famous Renaissance hair. I mean, the whole way we measure a star has changed. It's not about muscle anymore. It's about, and I love this line from the source, weighing less than a suitcase.
So you've got actors spending years bulking up, right? But Chalamet's rise kind of suggests a whole new skill is on the market now, just brooding at a window. And yeah, a turtleneck definitely helps.
So, this naturally brings us to his acting range, which our source breaks down in a section they call, pretty hilariously, a study in sighing.
Okay, so here's the so-called Chalamet method. Step 1. You start with a boy who is just haunted by his emotions. Got that? Good. Step 2. You just drop him into a cool setting. Could be Italy, like in Call Me By Your Name, or France, or even deep space in Dune. And the final step, the real clincher, you just stare mournfully into the distance. The whole point here is that the emotional vibe is always kind of the same. It's the same basic playbook, just with a different background. And the way our source puts it is just perfect. It's like watching the same sad indie film, except sometimes there are sandworms. Or, hey, if you want to be really blunt about it, maybe we're just watching Timothée Chalamet play Timothée Chalamet in every single movie. Just, with a different wig. But here's the thing, his impact goes way, way beyond just what he does on screen. Which brings us to our next point, Chalamet as a cultural export. He's really become so much more than just an actor. And you can really see these two sides to him. On one hand, you have the actor, right? The guy in Dune and Wonka. But then you have the brand, and that is fueled by everything else. The dating rumors, the insane fashion, the endless TikToks. And you could argue that the brand has actually become way more powerful than the acting.
And a massive piece of that brand is his fashion. Our source calls it his fitography, which is great. I mean, his style is described as a French exchange student who stumbled into a high-fashion warehouse. You've got the sequined harness, the backless jumpsuit. Honestly, sometimes his outfits get more headlines than the movies themselves.
So, why? Why does Hollywood love this so much? Let's look at the business side of things, and why he's considered Hollywood's perfect product.
Okay, and this is really the key. When a big director casts him, they're not just hiring an actor. No. They are getting a prepackaged, built-in fandom army. An army that will promote, analyze, and defend every single sigh like it's a national treasure.
So what's at the heart of all this appeal? Well, according to this analysis, his biggest superpower isn't actually his acting. It's simpler than that. It's looking like he needs a sandwich.
Yeah, that's right. That delicate look has become a secret weapon. He has completely cornered the market on, I look tired but beautiful. And what's wild is that it works for everyone, from the indie film crowd to the huge blockbuster audiences.
All right, let's pull all of this together. It's time for the final verdict and what our source calls the ultimate marketing trick.
So here it is, the final conclusion. In the end, Timothée Chalamet isn't just an actor anymore. He's a lifestyle brand. He's this totally modern icon where you literally can't separate the person, the fashion, and the social media buzz from the actual acting.
And that, right there, is the Chalamet effect. It's defined as, and get this, the greatest marketing trick Hollywood ever pulled, convincing us that a sigh can carry a franchise.
Wow, that is a pretty sharp take, right? And it leaves us with this one last question that really sums up this whole shift in Hollywood. I mean, think about it. Who needs biceps when you've got a brand?